Deadly Disco, 6 lengths clear of Mongeys Wild, who now gets into top gear, but has got plenty of work to do to chase down. Deadly Disco is going to lead round the last bend, but here comes Mongeys Wild, the red half favourite, closing on Deadly Disco, and off the last bend, swoops to conquer.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Chasing Greatness podcast. The sweet sound of an equaliser. Good evening, Charles. Good evening, Philip. How are we? How are we doing?
Good, mate. The self-proclaimed greatest of all time is celebrating an equaliser. That's poor form, but I'm sure you'll make it 2-1 on Saturday and you'll be even more happy the next time we talk.
Yep, that's the plan. Over to you, Philip. How's things been? You've had a very good Sunday, haven't you?
We have. We are in a nice run of it at the minute, as you guys are as well.
Speak for yourself.
The boys down at Toaster on Sunday ran really well. And Kennel's in good form. Had a couple of nice winners at Donny as well. Some nice pups looking good. Feels like we've got pups everywhere. Couple of new litters born for people, and yeah, crazy busy.
Charles, been firing in the winners, mate.
Yeah, like if you're on our dogs each way, you're getting something out of it because seconds, we got a bit of the old seconditis. We are being a bit of bad luck, but we'll be back this Saturday night, I think.
Yeah, who you got? You going to give any early tips away?
Plenty, mate. We'll be here all day. We were trying to keep this podcast a little bit shorter. Do you know what I mean? So we'll save that one.
The videos that you do with the class, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, the next one's obviously going to be interesting because I'm not just going to hide away and just post videos if we're winning races. You know what I mean? I'm just going to literally just get them out there, even in the bad times. Because I think people need to see as well that there is more lows than highs in this game, isn't there? So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Out what day we're on today? Tuesday, tomorrow, Thursday, showing more seconds. So stay tuned for that one.
Do you know what? I did see one comment saying that they were missing the good looks of Liam and Phil, but I said we can't be everywhere, can we?
Well, yeah, I saw the account that commented that it was called Liam Aspen.
Yeah, that's not relevant.
All right,
that's not relevant. But I tell you what else happened in the week, Charles.
Go on. Oh,
Philip,
yeah.
you had a birthday, didn't you? Healy says you had a great 60th.
I had a great day working. Yeah, it was fantastic. Away, Grafton away, 46, young. So I feel even older against you two, especially all these stupid words in the WhatsApp group and constantly taking the piss. I'm the old man of the group.
like the aura, as Charles alludes to.
Something I'm seriously lacking in right now.
What did he call a car the other day? Whip.
Yeah. You don't have to expose me. You know what I mean? This podcast is a profession. This is where my professional side comes out. Do you know what I mean? So
we'll keep them words. Let's not expose him. He's got his Yorkshire accent. 2 days.
He's improving massively.
I'm getting that.
Oh dear. Right. Should we start?
Yeah.
Let's start. Right. Pretty obvious where we should start. Less than 24 hours ago. I won't start. I'll go on, Phil. You start. Nottingham last night. Wrong traps. The mistakes that followed. Go for it. Take it away.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty well documented what happened. We don't really know how, but a mistake occurred when 2 dogs were put in the wrong traps. And the race result was given final. So it was green lighted. And then subsequently, whether it was because of Ferrari and it was pointed out online, the race was then voided. And then there was people waiting for rulings to find out what was going to happen, who was going through, who was going to go into the draw today, if there was going to be a draw. It'd be nice to get a little bit of clarification exactly how the rulings worked from the powers that be. I think you messaged GB and Nottingham to ask them.
Yeah, we did. Before we do go into this, we did contact this morning the GB and Nottingham see if they would come on and explain what went on last night, how they got to the decision, and we didn't get a reply from either. So there's going to be nobody here to explain it from a first-hand point of view. So we're going to have to guess, almost, probably take stabs that are wrong, but there's nobody here to tell us otherwise. So we don't take everything as we say 100%. But
Dom's done the magnanimous thing, hasn't he? And the right thing, I'd say, in my opinion, and withdrawn his two. Richie went in as reserve and basically just said straight away, I think I'm not going into the draw. So he's withdrawn, left 3 dogs that went through, which is all well and good. No issues with it. It's just down to whether it is the rule. That's my only issue with it. It's just I can't see where it is. You'd say that the 3 that were given as the winners would have gone through, so then it had left 2 vacant traps. But look, we've got full heats going forward. Other dogs have gone through. Nobody really knows what the result would have been, especially the Will dog. He was on the inside. The 3 seems to have switched inside him. Would he have got up? You just don't know. So it is what it is. It'd just be nice to get some clarification and see where we go.
I think there should have been 2 vacants, personally. That's my opinion. I just don't see how, when you look at it, obviously, if you're reading between the lines and what you think is the rule is that if the race, the result was given final, obviously Tom's done the right thing this morning, pulled his dogs out. If they weren't pulled out, they should have been taken out anyway. And Bannon and Liam should have gone through and there should have been 2 vacants, in my opinion. Having to do a redraw as well, I don't think is fair on the other dogs that are already through. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, and there could be the way the rule is that because it was counted as void, but obviously we spoke about it yesterday. We didn't know if it could have even been voided because of the result being given final. So there's obviously that sort of cloudiness in terms of not knowing, but I'm still in the opinion of it should have just been Bannon and Liam went through and there should have been 2 vacants. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, it's a little difficult. It's a little difficult because in this scenario, the 2 dogs that were the reason for the void race would have actually qualified, and they didn't actually cause any interference to any other dog in the race. However, had they have bumped the dog that finished 4th, they're going to go, well, if you'd been in the right traps, you probably wouldn't have bumped me. You know, I've been knocked out by 2 dogs that should never have been in that position. So I can see why the draw. I can see why they were going to do a draw. However, don't get me wrong, Tom done the right thing taking them out. I think last night when the phone call came through, Richie was always withdrawing, and at the time, I'm not sure when it was that Tom made it apparent that he wasn't going to enter the draw, but last night I think he was. So 2 dogs were going to get knocked out last night. Okay, 2 of them already were out actually in the race, but Bannon and Liam could have gone out last night after doing the fastest time of the night, just because the race has become null and void. To me, the rule book needs to say the cause of the stoppage, the cause of the void, cannot enter that draw. That is totally wrong. That the cause of the void is allowed to enter the draw for the next round. That's just incredible to me. I mean, I come from a stock car background, and even at that grassroots level, the cause of the stoppage of the race is taken out of the centre green and removed from the race. How can we have a professional sport racing for, 5-figure prize money, 6-figure prize money in the Derby? The rules are the same. Where we have causes of void races allowed to enter the next round. That is absolutely shambolic. That's shocking.
And obviously the fact that common sense sort of shows if from the situation is that it was only picked up because it was put on Twitter as well. Like, look, I'll admit I was there and I half-heartedly watched the race before I loaded up, and I was behind the boxes, like sort of at the crown of the first and second bend. So you don't really look, but when you actually watch the video back, like I saw someone mention on Twitter, there's an office there that watched the race multiple times in order to get race comments.
Agree.
Like, I think it was a strange night there anyway. I thought the going was very funny. Me and Sean White were sat there. Obviously, we were in the same race. The rails wasn't running at all. And then obviously that goes and happens. So it was a bit of a strange night. But yeah, I'm 100% firm on my opinion that the way it was is the winner of the race should have just gone through, and that's it. And we don't have to. You don't. I saw someone say something on Twitter. Oh, well, you would rather a full list of semi-finalists. Well, why? You don't. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
You don't need that.
I mean, I'll let Tom. Obviously, he done what I think many trainers would have done. I see a lot of comments saying many wouldn't have done that. I'm not actually sure many wouldn't. I think most probably would have done.
In that situation, 1,000,000%.
I think they would. I certainly think I would do if I was in that position and my dogs or whatever it may be have caused the void race. I certainly wouldn't put them up for the next round. My issue is had Richie Taverner have not withdrawn his dog, we would have been in a situation whereby 4 dogs and having a draw, and Ballinakill Liam still could have been eliminated. Do you know what I mean? Regardless of whether Tom entered or not, I just.
It should never have been in that. Your dog should never have been in a position not to have been in the next round. That's just the bottom line.
I mean, is the answer that the clear winner?
That had been solely down to the rule of would it have been voided because it was voided after. Now, if it had been voided straight away,
right, I was going to come on to that.
If it had been voided straight away, Tom's would have gone out. You'd still have 4 dogs going into the draw. So actually, there wouldn't have been another way around it. So it'd have always stood the chance of not going.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I will come on to the rule, and now I've got it in front of me. I think they either contradict each other, or the decision they took last night was wrong. Now, it would have been great to have someone from the GB here to clarify it. As we said, we haven't, so we're going to have to try and guess for ourselves. But I think Rule 145 contradicts slightly 142. Rule 145 is the local stewards may declare no trial or no race in the following circumstances only. Now, I won't read what's not relevant to this, but the bottom line is where the local stewards consider as a consequence of any error by a license holder that the result of a race may be unfairly affected. So that was what happened, right? Fine. So they have absolutely every piece of authority to call a no trial or race based on that. However, this is where I think the issue lies. Rule 142 suggests, let me just get it up. The judge shall occupy a suitable position in the local steward's box or judge's box throughout the race, unless the local stewards decide otherwise. The judge shall indicate to them the order of finish, and when this has been approved by them, the trap numbers of the greyhounds occupying the first 3 places shall be publicly announced and displayed. When order of finish has been confirmed, the local stewards shall announce order of finish official, and where available, display a green light, and the order of finish shall then be final. There's another one. Oh, sorry. If the local stewards decide to declare no race, an immediate announcement of no race is made, and where available, display a red light. Now, that wasn't happen immediately.
It was all finalised. I was on my way home when.
Exactly. And the bottom paragraph is, if anything happens in a race which causes the local stewards to give consideration to the declaration of no race, they shall defer giving to the judge their approval of any order of finish and shall cause an announcement to be made that a local inquiry is to be held. And that didn't happen either. The order of finish was called, which by the rule book, by the GBGB rules, the order of finish should be final.
Which comes to my point, if that's the case, then either 3 and 4 are disqualified, or obviously Tom probably would have done what he'd done this morning and pulled them out on one dog.
Withdrawn them. Exactly. Because,
do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the order of finish should have remained final. Rule 145, in the way I read the rules, shouldn't have been implemented because Rule 142 had already been. That's the way I see it. So where do we now stand? Because
no one knows.
Nobody knows.
It happened at Sheffield a while back, didn't it? In a handicap, the wrong dogs were putting the wrong traps, and I've tried finding the inquiry to see if anything was said in there, but I can't find the inquiry. But I know it wasn't a competition that was going through, but it's funny that there's no precedence in the rule book for the wording if dogs are placed in the wrong traps. I'm amazed that there ain't a rule covering it.
Well, there's not, but I mean, I think Rule 145 is when it says a mistake by a license holder that what does it say? The result of a race may be unfairly affected. I think that probably covers a range instead of a specific. And this isn't the case of we're all human. We all do stupid things. Like
Mistakes happen.
Mistakes happen. This isn't a bash for kennel hands at all because there's a chain of command to get there. Do you know what I mean? Someone should be behind the traps watching them. You then get a starter that checks the dogs. All right, perhaps you can't see the coats at that stage. In fairness, mistakes happen. But once that mistake happened, it feels like there was a Constantina effect of mistakes that happened afterwards.
Yep.
That's how it feels, and it just
hopefully we'll get some clarification.
Well, yeah, I think it's just sit back and wait and see what happens.
We've had a fun 3 weeks since starting the podcast. There's no controversy anywhere.
No, I know. But yeah, it was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. But there we go. What can we say? I think we probably got to somewhere near the right decision in the end.
Yeah, I agree.
You were pleased, Phil, on track front, racing off his front, Sunderland's traps. Since we've been doing this podcast, you've gone on about it, and I pray to God that episode 3 is the end of it because they found the solution, they fixed the solution, and you're happy, aren't you?
Kinda, yeah. Well, when we were on the podcast, I just left, and it happened. I texted you guys to say it's happened again. I do think there's failings. I don't agree with the statements that were put out by numerous people. I think the statements were bang out of order. The statement that I heard saying that basically Sunderland have lost meetings, so therefore there shouldn't be any more punishment, I think is a disgrace. There should be an inquiry and they should be held to account. I'm not 100% sure not getting specialists in to cover it all and suddenly having a review of traps. But they've been fixed. I went on about the timing. That wasn't mentioned by anybody, and then Sunderland came out the other day and announced that the timing issue had been fixed. Well, that's basically saying that they were breaking the rules. So again, there should be an inquiry held there because that's going to change things by 20 spots. I think I've just seen a sub-5 sectional tonight, A6. So that's another one. GBGB need to just start making tracks accountable and upholding rules. I think it was 2 days later, Sheffield had one where a dog pushed out of the front. Again, not enough pressure in the boxes to hold the fronts down. Sheffield instantly called it a void and went to using handicap boxes. The same thing had happened October 21st. The dog had got his leg out. Nothing happened at all. It was voided. They didn't change. They didn't revert it. But because of Sunderland, all of a sudden things are sorted. So, like I said before, I'm not going to go into it too much. GBGB just need to get a grip of it. And we've asked them to before. They have to start coming down hard on traps and making an example of a few and getting things sorted. And you just look at the calendar, and we're not going to delve into it. I think somebody counted 25 mistakes, no British breds, things all over the place. Just if we had office jobs and we had day jobs and that was released, I'm sorry, but heads would roll.
I'm glad you brought it up because
I think it is holding us, then the sport, just contempt. I just think they're taking the piss out of us, if I'm perfectly honest. That's somebody's job and somebody signs it off. One of the things in there, some of the dates don't even exist. In 2026,
we've got a grand reopening of Perry Bar for the Laurels as well, which is good.
You just need greyhound people sorting it out, don't you? I mean, Scott Harvey, when he was there, I think he took it on and really tried to get it because I was scathing about something. He contacted me straight away and he tried to get it sorted. And clearly it hasn't been. It's somebody's job. head should roll for it. We need a calendar sorting ASAP. British bred races have to be sorted in there. The whole committees need to get it, and it needs signing off by somebody who's a greyhound lover who understands how the calendar work and how the sports work, and can read a normal calendar and make sure dates exist.
Yeah. Charles, your thoughts on the calendar?
I've just read the mistakes and laughed, and like I said in the group chat, you read it, but you're reading something that's copy and pasted, and you have a rough idea anyway of when the comps are coming up. So in your head, you just sort of mentally prepare things. I don't think people really look at it and go, oh, that's going to be on in November 2026, because it's more than likely going to be either 2 months before or at a different track or not on at all. So yeah, just
same. I was like half preparing for one that I expected to be on in January. It's not even in there. We've just lost the category one, British bred category one.
I've told loads of owners, we're going for the blue ribboned toaster January, and calendar comes out, it's just disappeared. I know there's obviously issues with toaster and Oxford and all of that, so there's no point getting into it. But yeah, like it's a shame.
I think Ben Collins did an updated one, didn't he? Put it on Twitter. I think he went through everything and kind of corrected some mistakes and tried to get it correct. And
I think they even tried to correct it once, and it come back out in the groundish chicane. It still weren't quite right. Yeah, it weren't good. And then I read that there was an open race planning committee, and I thought to myself, God, there was more than one person that put that together. But yeah, it beggars belief. It wasn't good, to be honest. It wasn't good. And like you said, races missing. There's no TV trophy, and
there will be though.
Well, great, brilliant. That reassures me. I'll get Monkey's World ready. Charlie Reese
says there will be.
But this is my point.
Obviously, there will be.
What do you think of the ledger at Dunstall?
Crap. Wait, what distance is it over?
7:10, I think.
7:10. So what?
No, I don't. I don't know.
Well, okay, so is that what? Is that starting boxes by the sprint traps?
Yeah. Isn't it?
What? That's 7:10.
Is it?
It can't be.
Yeah, it can.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 480, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's 480. Yeah.
Be hard to pass around there.
No, I'm okay with it. I'm not opposed to Dunstall having competitions at all.
No, I'm obviously not. But I just like a ledger at like. I know, obviously, you can just make this like fantasy list of where you'd ideally want all the category ones to be, but like saying like Central Park, the 700 around Central Park or something would be like proper. Obviously, I know this is Harwich is on there, but do you see what I mean? Like that's like a proper gallop and a proper test. But...
yeah, I do get it for the St Ledger, I suppose, but I do
just for
like
them proper classics. Do you see what I mean? Like, but that's me being fucking picky.
I do, but Dunstall do deserve. I mean, all right, they've got the Oaks, I guess, so you could say they've got a classic, but yeah, okay, I can see.
Well, they got the Laurels as well, haven't they?
Yeah. Well,
Perry Bark. Well, Perry Bark got it,
yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, the calendar. I don't know. Wait for an update. I think it's the best thing to do on that. I see tonight again. There was an article came out on a toaster in Oxford at loggerheads around the Puppy Derby.
Yeah, that's going to go on for a while, I think, that one.
Yeah, I think Kevin...
Are they trying to get one in the early year? The start of the year?
I'm not sure. That is the rumour going around, but nothing's been officially announced from Toasty yet. There was rumours that there was going to be early year in January's were going to be allowed. I don't know. That is an out-and-out rumour. I don't know. But, yeah.
I get me put back in training.
Which one?
Tiki Boy.
With the white stripe.
Price is gone. Phil's just announced it to the world. Yeah, what's it called? Ballymac Teak or something, isn't it? Right. Shall we move on to the action from Hove?
Yes.
Week. Let's do that. We get the match on again in the Ballyregan Bob final, Charles.
Good race.
If anything,
I think it's probably the perfect race for what was entered. Obviously, me and you put up about 3 selections there each way, and they're all in the final. But I think every finalist deserves to be there. I think what's good about it is it's an interesting race because you've got Buddy's Bullet, who's going to show the early, and then it's obviously Mongi's getting a run. Where's Disco going to be? Then you've got Garfany Blaze as well, who's going to be rattling home. I think he's gone a little bit sort of overlooked in the comp. So yeah, really good final. Obviously, you should win, obviously, but it's a good enough final where it's not a boring final, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Phil, did you watch?
I did.
Did
The
you?
highlight of my last 2 weeks has been Disco leading and me begging for him to hold on just for the ribbing that had happened in the WhatsApp group.
You're all heart. You know what? I wasn't there, and I was playing darts in my room.
In his room by himself.
In the room, and I was watching the telly, and they're going down the back, and we're about 6 to 8 behind, and I've gone, you better get after this. You've got to get after this.
Oh, it would have been so funny.
I wish there was a camera on Charlie at that point.
There actually was, believe it or not. Someone was recording me, but I've got zero reaction to any sort of dog race. I just watch because all the thinking and the talking is going on in my own brain. And when he's obviously took it up and led, there was a dog in second, wasn't there? It chopped you off.
Underground Fizz.
Yeah. And all I needed was one more chop. And you got up the inside. And as soon as you got up the inside of it and passed it, I thought, no, we're done here. But that was actually a really good race, to be fair. It's probably, I would say it's bar and when he beat you and Flair at Monmore, that was probably the best race he's run. And he was a bit under par. He sort of reverted a little bit back to his famous sort of ways on Saturday, but he qualified at the same time. So, yeah, we'll see what Saturday brings.
How's it going to play out? Buddy's Bullet leads.
That wouldn't be good for me. How it's going to play out is 1 and 2 miss it. 6, you just see 6 come out under the bars, 4 clear. Mongi's Wild can't get past Buddy's Bullet. I go about 15, 16 clear, and then I hold on about half a length. That's probably how it'll go.
How many times you thought about it?
Twice. Liam, how's it going to
go? I think we'll turn somewhere in the first sort of 3, and then he'll improve a bundle. I think from the first 2 rounds, he hadn't run for a while. I don't think he's fully wound up yet, to be honest. I don't think he's firing, don't get me wrong. He's done the fastest 2 times. He's finding ways to win. But I think he'll put a much better run in on Saturday. And I think he's actually a dog. He's actually a dog that the more racing you give him, the better he gets. He takes his racing really well. We tried to get races into him before the first round. It wasn't that we decided to trial him, but we just couldn't get a race. Every time we trialled somewhere, nobody entered, which I guess is probably good training if you actually think about it to avoid him. But yeah, so he came in undercooked a little bit, but those 2 races I think will put him somewhere right. And yeah, I expect a big performance from him.
The bitch has had another litter, and one of them's called Garfany.
Yeah, Garfany Warrior, isn't it?
Yeah. Do we know if that's been bought as a stayer?
He looks a strong runner but I don't listen. He's not going to be obviously Mongi's Wild, but he looks like he'll be a nice short 6-bend runner. Also, just get back to that final 2 is a massive runner, by the way, off the front. Like reminds me a little bit of the Clongowazzy when Jason Heath won it and beat Space Jet. Just that sort of real middle pace that stretches him out. I think if he actually fronted off, it'd be quite interesting. But
that breeding, Merkel line. I mean, Garfany Blaze, the 2 Ballymacnova, Salicrest Slick, Taylor, Lucia, Kobe, Flory, Hacker Carlo, all out of the bitch. Merkel. It's
mental.
It's nuts, isn't it? What she's from.
You asked me where I was with the race. I mean, just looking at it now, I do think that there's Buddy's Bullet will show the early, really. A Cartoonist will also go up early. Deadly Disco will go up early. Ballymacnova's been popping out a little bit. I'm really, really pleased for Pam and Hannah. And I mean, who does she'll be really pleased to make the final and, put it up. as an each way player, and he posted decent money. He's run really well actually, but I just think that he's wild on the rail. He'll get a run, won't he? He'll hold, and if anything, the front three could all take each other on. It's just going to play into his hands. Take his improvement that I think will come as well. Yeah, I just think he'll find a way to win. To be honest. So Phil, who wins? Forecast play if you think Monge's wild.
Buddy's Bullet.
Buddy's Bullet for second. Charlie.
I do agree with Phil, but I'm sticking with the big dog, the old Disco.
Yeah, do you know what? I've been impressed with Cartoonist. I think he's run quite well. The clocks aren't really there for him.
Does he get it?
No, I don't quite think so, to be honest. But then I'm not convinced Buddy's Bullet does. I think he's one of
There's only one dog. Your dog gets it. The Disco don't get it, and Buddy's Bullet don't get it. It's running styles, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You're trying to win races off the front.
Sorry about the dog. They've just told him he can go for a walk, so he's going to go mad now. We can't cut it out, so we're just going to have to go with it.
I'll be interested to see if Buddy's Bullet comes on a bit more. He's still a young dog, isn't he? And
he is. Yeah. He's actually still a pup.
Yeah, orchestrate dog. His first one at orchestrates to really hit the headlines. I think
he's going to have a good career.
Yeah, got to have. Goes back to Barcia Vale, Australian Lions.
Yeah, I think he wins his races by stretching them out, don't he?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. I'll go for Buddy McNova to be second, more because I want him to be honest. Yeah, that's what we'll go. Right,
it's been a good comp though.
Sorry, mate.
It's been a really good comp.
Yeah, it has been good, isn't it? Yeah.
Somebody there, film Charlie, just in case Disco does get it. If he is literally emotionless, that's him done. He's not coming on the pod again.
I can assure you I'll be cold as ice. Do you know what I mean? Increasing the aura. Right,
Olympic final.
One winner for me. Easy enough.
Yeah, New and DJ.
Yeah. If they started now.
Hey, enough of that. He was the second fastest qualifier last week.
Honestly, I will never know how.
It's a good job we're being filmed because I nearly swore at you. You leave him alone.
I would never have had it happening ever.
Personally. I promise you. I know he's not now. I get it, but I
know before the injury he was a flying machine. Yeah, I was there at Central Park that night when he absolutely took off. I know it, but he's actually done well to come back to his form as well.
I was actually at a party, as you know, from the voice notes, and I didn't get the stream on in time. They were going across the winning line first time, sectional mark, and when 6 was in front, I was absolutely baffled, and I thought DJ's led.
Yeah,
how's DJ led? Unbelievable.
Mental.
That's
what price? Has anybody got the prices up?
I can get them.
Yeah, go on, Charles. You do that.
The Underground Arlo dog that could bang out on inside, and interestingly, the Kamala who's out of that litter, that didn't really show much early on in its career, and it showed a bit, but the last few months that has got blistering early. So, unbelievable litter, that Pete litter. Late.
You're 5-1 on. Genuinely.
Value. Wow. Yeah, do you know what? I feel that Bannimac Pete litter, they baffle me a little bit. Because I think they're obviously very fast. And the Kamala, lots of early. But I don't think it's a trait throughout them all.
No, I agree, but I do think they've got it in them.
Yeah, well, it's all well and good having them in them, but they need to put it on the track. From what I see from the majority of them, they're fast dogs, but they seem to have a good bit of everything, but not a lot of anything. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking like, we'll take a dog like, I don't know who's coming into my head. great early pace. Churchfield Sid, you knew what you were going to get with him, right? He's going to bang out and tear to the bend. But if he gets led up somehow, he's not going to pick him up. This Ballymac Peteler, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to lead. I don't know if they're going to run on. I don't know what they're ever going to do. And I feel like it's the same with them all. I feel like it's the same with Ballymac Stud. I feel the same about Ballymac Lake. The Underground Arlo dog has impressed me. He impressed me last week, and he impressed me when he won his maiden. But I mean, he won his maiden with a 358 sectional. His 2 trials were 360s. Now, that is not going to lead good dogs up, is it? You know, the 435 last week was decent, but he's going to have to repeat that week on week. You know, and you don't need to, you know, he's Droopy Sydney Ballymac Pete. He's from obviously a fast litter, so he's not a cheap purchase. You need, I don't know, I just find them one paced, and I find them dogs hard to win with. They remind me a little bit of Strike It Sky. I we'll get onto her in a bit. I don't need to go off topic, but that's how I feel a lot about the Ballymac Pete litter. I'd love them. I'd love to train them because they're fast, but I just never know what I'm going to get from them.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about them.
That's Hackney Matty's the best one.
Who?
Hackney Matty.
Yeah, he won the other night.
Just putting it out there so we can clip this in 6 months.
Has Pat Buckley got that one?
No, O'Donovan.
Okay.
So interestingly, then he sold Underground Arlo from the same litter.
I know nothing.
Well, you don't need to know anything. He trains the dog in Ireland.
It's a brilliant.
They are a brilliant litter. They are a brilliant litter. They are a super fast litter. I just don't know what their style of running is. That's what I'm trying to say.
And you know what I am like. I just like looking at breeding more than the betting side of it. Breeding is me. You got 4 Sydneys. People say it's all luck. Well, I mean, Seamus has got 2 out of the same dam to different litters. You got 4 Sydneys in it. You got Dolce Vita that's thrown, Deliveroo, Bubbly Charger, Domino, Uhu, back to the Tom's Delight line. Like
you missed the best one. You've missed the best one.
Go on.
Antigua Sugar.
Go on.
Antigua Sugar. She was
New
Dolce Vita.
Cuckoo, who has just thrown who? Yeah. Okay.
New in Hoffa.
New in Cuckoo, who's just thrown who?
New in DJ.
The new pup that Holland's got that everybody's raving about.
Yeah, 50-1 for the Derby, by the way.
RS. Is it?
Do you know what, Philip? Your Wi-Fi is lagging a little bit. We're talking and you're answering about
that travel lodge free Wi-Fi is bugging out, mate.
I don't see people where he is. There's people that want him. They're after him.
The breeders.
And then you've got proper RS. So you look at his breeding, goes back to Global Liberty. Great dam. Slippy Kane, Lenson Bliner, Arnagini. But would you have bought it if I told you the dam line out of the dam's dam, 5 out of 9 were either awkward or fought?
Yeah, I know.
Would you have bought him?
Yeah, sod it.
Charlie, would
you? The whole game's one big gamble. You'd buy him now, though, wouldn't you?
Nah.
No, you're right. You couldn't afford him.
There are a fair few people had chance to buy him, though, weren't there?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I read. Yeah, we won't go into it, but I read an annoying article the other day, which was an absolute load of nonsense. There's 2 dogs in this race that was more expensive than him, but there we go. We won't go down that. We won't go down that route. Let's not bother. Absolute load of nonsense. Can't believe it's
a dream dog. I've had somebody try and do some ratings for me, and I pressed them, and honestly, it's like proper RS. It's just how the dog does it at different tracks, like throughout the year, on the go. He's just, we said it last time, didn't we? And he's probably going to get another Cat 1. As long as he traps out and gets a clear run, I mean, how far is he going to win? The dog's just a freak. He is a freak. He must be a dream to train to have in Kent. I know I sound like a broken record, but when they're this good, I think we sometimes glance over them and we don't give them the credit that they need because we just expect them to win. But he's got to be celebrated so much, this dog.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to get Saturday. It sounds an awful thing to say, get it out of the way, like it's a chore to be in the final. It's not. That's not how I mean it. But I think Mark commented on it the other day in the kennel as well. He's ready for a break. He is ready for a break. He's got to just dig in one more time, put in one more monster performance, and then he'll have a rest for a period of time that he's not had in his career so far. So
2 weeks.
That'll be interesting. No, he'll be away for a few months after that, I think. But yeah, I hope the fans among the industry that don't have any kind of interest or in terms of other runners have enjoyed him, because he is brilliant, and just lucky to have him among his world at the same time, really. He is a very, very good dog, and will be a long while getting another one like him, I think. So yeah, I hope he wins on Saturday and then have a well deserved rest, ready for next year. That would be good. In terms of dangers, because everyone else has done well to get there. As you said, Phil, Underground Arlo, last week's run, his sectional's not far off. If Harry missed a kick a little bit, he could hold Harry to the bend. Really pleased to see Tabletoppers make the final. He's not in the same form as he was when he won the blue ribbon. New in DJ again last week, exceptional. New in Force, he's out wide every chance. Missile One, again, another solid dog for Seamus, much like Moving Force. I just think that Proper RS is I just think he's in another league at the moment.
No dangers.
No dangers in Charles. Philip?
I can't see past him.
Go. Right, let's move on to the Oxford final. This is a competition gone right under the radar, isn't it? You said it earlier, Charlie, when we brought it up, that we'd go through it, and you forgot about it. Forgot it was even on.
And I've been to Oxford for the last 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever, and every time I've gone there, I forgot it's on. Because it's like it's non-existent.
We wouldn't have done if Vega had got the track records that it deserved. If the clock was actually working, then we'd have all been celebrating it, smashing the clock. So
hand timed for about 3 months now, isn't it?
Just not good enough, is it?
Yeah.
It's not good
and
enough.
The track wins the opportunity to celebrate the sport, celebrate dogs, and I mean you're affecting a dog's future career breeding wise as well. And just whole thing, because it's actually been a really good comp. I think this is a great final as well.
Do you know what? I agree. I was actually looking earlier, and it may have got overshadowed slightly that Hove was on as well, because obviously you got that double header, and the fans, on social media, if you like, they really love a double header, don't they? And as that's a staying comp, and the Ballyrea and Bob is on, it's probably got overshadowed a little bit because of that. But yeah, it has been a really good competition, and I think Varga's really short to win it. I'm worried about it. I'll be honest. I'm worried about that draw. I am. I
fancy the Eagles respect dog.
I can see why. Have you got any opinion, Charlie?
I'd love you guys to win it, because I think it's scandalous that you ain't got the track records, and I think your dog deserves to win the competition to get the credit that it does deserve. But I've had a good look at it, and I think the Eagles respect dog is going to cause you some troubles on the draw.
I haven't really got an opinion on the race in terms of I've had a strong opinion, but obviously if Vega can come away and sort of get around the first two bends without any major sort of issues, I think she'll win. But then obviously, like Phil just said, you got Eagles respect, and obviously Romeo Empire, if he takes a break like he did in the first round, he's going to have loads of pace to blow him out. So yeah, it would be interesting, but I haven't got a major opinion on it, if that makes sense.
See, I've obviously looked at it because I have
sectionals to go on here.
No, exactly. You have to use your own eyes. See, what concerns me about this, I mean, she's a wide, Varga. You can't do enough. Sorry, a middle, not a wide. So, by the nature of that, you're always going to be drawn on the outside of railers. It just so happens to be that the railers have more early pace than her. I mean, she out-trapped Romeo Empire last week in the semi-final, but got outpaced at the first bend by him. Now, she had to work her absolute socks off to get by him, and only just got there on the line. She faces a situation whereby this week she could have 2 dogs in front of her at the first bend. If that's the case, I think she gets beat.
Potentially, especially around there.
Well, she picked Romeo Empire up on the line last week. It was a great run, but that was 1 dog she had to pass.
Yeah, and it was a great run by him as well.
It was. I don't see how she gets past Romeo Empire and Eagles Respect in the same race and wins. I don't see that. If she turns second, I think she can still win. If she turns third, I don't think she'd win. I wouldn't play at the price. Never in a million years would I play at the price.
No, you'd leave that well alone. She's just a bit of odds on, isn't she?
Yeah. Actually, I think she's like 4-7.
Who would you play?
You'd play Romeo Empire at 4-1, 100%.
Yeah, Patrick in the final. Yeah.
It's 4-1. Like, he was too big in the first round when you run against New Destiny, just because the price difference was way too much. And the price difference again is way too much again that makes him a player. I'm not saying, oh yeah, he's a strong fancy to go and win. Because if he was 5-2, 2-1, you wouldn't really play. You'd probably look to see what price the Eagles Respect dog is. He's about 5-2 himself. Do you know what I mean? So out of the 3, you would go with Romeo Empire just based on the price.
Yeah, I would. And he is on the inside of the pair of them as well. And Ballymac Maggi, I can't see causing him any problems. The pace he showed to the first bend last week, he outpaced Varga to the first bend. I don't think Eagles Respect will come from behind Romeo Empire. I think Varga's stronger. So Eagles Respect and Romeo Empire's race is between each other to the first bend. Whichever one is behind each other at the start can't win. The only other thing I could possibly see happening is Eagles Respect moving left a little bit. In which case, if they brush shoulders, Varga could nip round the outside of the pair of them and she could come out the second bend in front, which if she does, it's all over. I think it's a good. I think it's a very good race, actually. And I mean, Kevin Hart's dog out wide's done nothing wrong. He's done nothing wrong either. Sorry. Yeah, it's a good race.
And she's out of
who's more? Limini. She out Limini.
Resonate. Kevin.
Oh, sorry. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, she's out. Susie Sapphire's mum.
Yeah.
Susie Sapphire's, no, that's Jetstream Links, isn't it?
Yep. Well, unless my screen's wrong, Resonated by Jetstream Links.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant that Resonate was Susie Sapphire's mum.
No.
Let's not go down this mad wormhole I feel like we're about to go down.
Just because you don't do breeding. Maggie is going to be a super brood, and he needs to bring her to my kennel and have Rocky over her and literally have the greatest Tessio breeding ever known to man.
John, if you're listening,
goes back to the most random stud dog I've ever seen of Superman, and quite where Dave Firmager pulled that one from, I'll never know. But look what it's given him, a Magico. Fernando, Eagles Respect, Fernando, Bale, back to Farlow Oyster and Premier Fantasy lines. Vagar, Jack's Little Thing, Derby finalist. New in Cloud, Ballymac Cloud was Pastana and Pets's little mate. It's all in the breeding, Charlie.
Is this all in? Is this
right? Listen, right. Who breeds with rubbish though?
Correct.
Lots of people.
You could go and find an A8 dog and you could read all that crap off that you just did.
No, you can't.
You could.
Look at the final.
Right, let me go and pick a race.
How many?
Swindon. Sorry, Swindon. I'm not saying you got bad.
Let's not go into this right now, but you're wrong.
There's an A9.
This is a whole new episode. We're trying to keep it short. This is a whole new episode.
Yeah, Liam, don't do it, mate. Come on. You're better than this. Well, you're not, but just don't do it.
It'll take me an hour to have this debate with you, and trust me, I will win. Just leave it.
My phone hasn't got enough charge.
We'll just leave it as on, right, and we'll move on. Yeah.
So, winner, is you guys are going
Romeo Empire. Just on the price, that'd be the bet for me.
Varga.
You've just come out of a million reasons why she can't win, and then you're saying she's.
Yeah, but the reason she can win is because she's the fastest dog in the race.
Oh, that's the worst line. Do you know what? I had that line said to me 10 times yesterday. I was sat with Sean White and Josh. Oh yeah, who do you fancy here? Sunset White, because it's the fastest dog in the race. I hate that line so much. But again, we could be sat here for an hour talking about that quote.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Well, if she wins next week.
If she wins next week, you're an idiot.
But I fancy Eagles respect.
Well, there we go. Then we'll go one each. Of course, I'm going to go Varga. She's mine.
Just look, move on, because you've just, like I just said, you've just given a million reasons.
There is reasons why she cannot win, but the reason she can win is because she's the fastest dog in the race and the classiest dog in the race. That's the reason that she can win, but it's not straightforward like it has been in the first 2 rounds. Twice. Yeah, well, she has. Yeah.
Let's move on.
Right, move on. British bred. Philip, take over. This is your scene.
British bred Derby was saved, as we know, and we went in on Sunday. We managed to get the fastest time of the first round and got 2 through. Really nice to see Memphis put in a run as well.
Don't lie, you're up against him. You don't want him in there. You're trying to beat him.
I like running against Rab, and I think it's actually turning into a really nice comp. It's one of those where you wonder if they're going to fill or not. There's some nice stuff in there now. I mean, Patrick's, you expect them all to come on a little bit. They all probably needed the run. Steele definitely blew up, so that's very ominous, because he can lead anything, really. And then I've got Rocky through as well, who won it last year at Sheffield, and I think he's got a bit more to come. I was actually shocked how well he stayed the other day.
I was going to say he impressed me. He impressed me because he didn't have everything his own way, did he?
No,
and I thought, because we had to go round the one at the first bend, I thought we would be done then, and Patrick's dog would pick us up, but
yeah,
he showed some real nice bend running and stayed so well. I mean, if you watch that dog when we run him, the walk back to the kennels at Toaster, like he's looking at us as if to say, I need a taxi to get back there. But it was loads better this week, loads better. So yeah.
Have you left enough in the tank to improve for the next 2 rounds? Sorry. Has Keely left enough in? Has Keely left enough in the tank for the next 2 rounds?
I'd like to say I'm a good enough trainer that I dare do that in a Category 1. I haven't won a Category 1 this year. I'm getting rather annoyed, and this has been a goal for a while, so we are all guns blazing. Good. He came out of it. He's not tired at all. They both bounce in next morning full of it, but I'm guessing so will everybody else is in the race as well. So, yeah.
I do agree. It's a good competition, actually. There's some, gone are the years, I think, now where you have a British bred competition and Rab's got 3 in it. They're the only 3 you've heard of, and the rest are all making up the numbers. I think it's a good competition. Yours,
very
Patrick's, Izzy's temping. I thought Venetian Will was impressive for Big Kev Hutton. Kick on Archie. Nothing wrong with his ability at all. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. Sign up Morgan, another that can run. Yeah, I think it was good. Charlie, what stood out for you?
Yeah, obviously Phil's 2 run great. Obviously Memphis. I think the thing with Memphis is obviously he's shown in his, like Rab's already said before, is a dog that takes time and takes races to come back. That's probably going to be doubled now because he's older. A couple of his last runs at Central Park, there's the question mark over him. Is he ever going to be back? Then he does that clock on Sunday. He was impressive. What will be interesting to see now is what he does in the next round, in the semi-final, because it's such an upgrade in what he's been running against. Now we'll see if Memphis is back or not, because if he does flash out and holds Goose going into the corner, you're going to be thinking, well, he really is back. So I think that's a big test for him. But yeah, like both of you just said, like the quality of it is actually really good across the board, and for loads of different trainers to have different types in the race, it's a real good thing.
Yeah, I think it's good. Just on Memphis, I mean, he's 4 years old now, so you'd perhaps be being harsh to say, well, can he get back to that level of form that made him the 11-10 Derby favourite in the final? I mean, you're asking a lot of a 4-year-old, full stop. But that run was a run certainly back in the right direction. Can he find those next sort of 3 lengths to take him sort of down to those 28, 60s and 70s again? Is that
We'll find
still in
out.
him?
I think we'll find out. I think the only proof of that will be on Sunday. And if he has races after that, I think, look, obviously the man behind the lead's the one who knows the dog better than everyone.
I know you speak
And
to him.
yeah.
Is he full of it? He's gonna
No,
find it?
to be fair, he's actually really sort of reserved in it. Just I was speaking to him about it yesterday, and we both just agreed with the thing of, yeah, he won and he was really impressive the other day, and it was good to see him run like that. But now what can he do against better dogs? And he's been really patient with him, to be fair. And he's had sort of, he got him back the first time, and he looked to be real back to his best when he beat March on Freddie at Central Park. Then he got the next setback. So it'd be nice to see him come back to, I don't think we'll ever see that sort of him getting to a Derby final, going on favourite in a Derby final. I think
Well,
you get
he's
your
four.
chance at that.
He's
Yeah,
four,
that's
isn't
done.
he?
But it would be nice to see him be a player in Category 1s again, even if it was for the next 4, 5, 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It'd be good. It's a good competition, actually. I'm looking forward to the semi-final.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be good. We wish you the best of luck, Philip. You've gone in
Yes, mate.
flying form. I hope you get one home. Your dogs like the place, don't they? Your dogs trap well out in curve boxes. Do you run out of curve boxes at home? You don't, do you?
No, straights at home, but Donny's got curved.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Donny's got curved, so they do tend to start off curved there. And Bicester, where we school, I believe is curved as well.
Right.
So yeah, Keeley will be there on Sunday. I'm down at Bicester, hopefully early Sunday morning.
That's good. That's increased my confidence in them. That is good.
Trainer.
The boss is in charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not sending the kennel hands. Yeah. She's not sending the kennel hands. Good. Right. The winner. Go on then. Pick a winner. Look, we're only at the semi-final stage.
My biggest fear is Steele.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be. Out of me two. Oh, Rocky. I'd love to see Goosey get one. You know what he means to us. But I've always thought Rocky is actually a better dog. But if Romeo Steele comes back and finds that extra pace, I think we'll all be chasing him.
Yeah, I'm just looking here. Steele and Memphis are joints 11-4. It's short enough on Memphis 11-4, isn't it? Given his layoffs and his problems, and he hasn't been running against this class of dog that he's going to face in the semi-final and final. He is 4 years old. I feel like I'd want to take him on 11-4. I can't get away. I can't get Romeo Alliance out of my head of him at his best. I know he was in puppy comps when he looked like this next massive thing. He's been off. He should come on for the run. I mean, I put him up as a Derby winner 2 months ago, as a potential Derby winner. 11-2. I'd be half tempted at 11-2. Just probably wanted to see a little bit more. I just probably wanted to see a little bit more. But Patrick's will come on for the run.
I expected when he turned close to Goose the other day, I thought he'd get closer to Goose than he did.
Yeah.
I thought I was in trouble. But I also thought the same about the ability dog with Rocky. So maybe Patrick's just need that little bit of running.
They could well do. They're at about the same. They're in about the same place, aren't they, in terms of their preparation? They've had pretty much the same.
And they all trialed around Oxford. They trialled around Oxford. They didn't come here, so they trialled Oxford. They hadn't been to Toaster for a while, and then came
No.
straight into here. So that was first.
I actually helped Kelly that day. I put Alliance in the boxes, and they come together at the first bend. They as good as took each other out. They lost a good few lengths in that trial. They didn't do anything wrong the other day. I thought they ran well. They finished second to two good dogs.
They run well while needing the run. Is
Yeah.
how it come across.
Yeah.
Like a couple of mistakes out of boxes and things like that, but showed pace. I just think it's actually really hard to call a winner of that comp right now because there's about 5 or 6 there that you could all.
There is.
I'm agreeing with Phil when it comes to Romeo Still. I think we both agreed anyway before the comp. If I was to choose one of Phil's, it'd be Goose, just because everyone loves the dog. Like he's just he's a fan favorite. But yeah, I just think there's a genuine argument for about 6 dogs there. So that's what makes for a good comp.
Yeah, it does. And I'll chuck a big one in it each way. Silent Morgan, 33-1. First 3. Stays, runs on.
It is Tempin's one for me that always seems to sneak through. Seems to have some decent early and gets up. That's what I'd quite like.
Been over 5.75 as well.
Hmm.
So it clearly stays. Yeah. I'll go for Romeo Alliance. I just can't get his top form out of my head. I think he's 28.50s at Toaster at his absolute best. Whether that comes in the next 2 weeks, I don't know. But he'd be my play anyway.
Yeah.
That brings us to the end of episode 3. Obviously, there is Newcastle starting on Thursday. They have the Jimmy Wright Future Stars, I think it is, Puppy Cup, and the All England Cup starting the feature in the north. I think we plan on, lads, don't we? We're going to let the first round run, review the first round heats next week, and then we'll go through something. We haven't really got any anti-post tips for you. Nothing to lose money for you. You know, I'm with Zenith Tanju, but for what it's worth. But
agreed.
Yeah, nothing for you. Other than that, that'll be next week's plan. Let's hope in 2 weeks' time there's no negative news in the ground world. Let's hope for positive. We started on a really negative note this week, didn't we? That was not good. We could have. Hopefully next week we can start on something positive. Actually, we started on a positive note, didn't we? With the clip of Mongies Wild.
I'm the editor, so you don't know if we started that or not.
That was the positive. Right. That's it. We're done for another 2 weeks. The next one is going to be. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Good luck to you in the British Bred Derby. Charlie, good luck to you at Hove. I hope you finish second.
Too, mate.
Hope you finish second. Short Ed.
You want Ballymac Nova to finish second, mate. So you want me third.
All right, third.
All right.
Don't be greedy. Do not leave. Third's fine. Right. 2 weeks' time will be our Christmas special. You didn't know that, did you? I've just dropped it on you. We're all going to wear Christmas jumpers and Christmas hats and everything, aren't we, lads?
Yeah. Okay.
Charlie can't. It'll ruin his hair, won't it? He'll have a haircut the day before.
Oh, we're having the grand unveiling of Charlie's hair. That's what we're having.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Yeah. He's had to wear a hood tonight, 2 days without a haircut. Right. See you in 2 weeks' time. Goodbye from me. Goodbye from Philip. Goodbye from Charlie. See you in 2 weeks.